Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Quaker Sports Recap. It was a great week for our Quaker teams with many games on the schedule. I stopped in to watch flag football, tennis, boys lacrosse, and softball, which I'll tell you about next. Let's get right to it!
It was a great night for softball on Tuesday as Our Lady Quakers kicked off ECIC 1 league play, hosting the Legends from Lancaster. Orchard Park grabbed the first two outs of the game off a pop-up to shallow right and strike out. Lancaster managed to load the bases, but Ava Farina struck out the next legend up to get out of trouble. In the bottom of the first, Evelyn Wozniak doubled, advanced to third on a sacrifice bunt, and scored a runoff a sacrifice fly by Farina to put Orchard Park up 1-0. In the bottom of the second, Ella McMullen signaled, then stole second and third base to get into scoring position. Madison Dombick then walked and stole a base of her own. This led to a 2 RBI double by Wozniak to put the Quakers up 3-0. These were the last runs of the game as the fielders on both teams took over. Farina threw key strikeouts in the third and sixth innings to neutralize Lancaster's threats. I caught up with Coach Schumerhorn and Ella McMullen after the game to talk about the victory. I'm here with Coach Schumerhorn and Ella McMullen. A great win today to start off the season against a home rival. At home for the home opener. What does this mean for the win?
It means good things are coming for the rest of the season. I'm really excited. How about you, Coach?
Very proud of the girls today. They came out strong for the home opener against a tough Lancaster team that we'll see again later in the season. So we're just looking to keep building off of this.
How do you guys prepare next for Clarence?
Well, we just go off with how we did today, and we go into tomorrow with a positive attitude.
Yep. Clarence is a big rival every year. It's always a very close game. So we just got to bounce back tomorrow, come out strong just like we did today, stay focused, and take it one game at a time.
Great 3-0 win for Orchard Park over Lancaster in softball against the rival at home.
A great start to the league season for softball. I hope that they are able to beat Clarence. Spoiler alert, they did. One of the many victories by our Quaker teams last week. Let's check in to see how all of our teams did.
Baseball scored 4 big wins to up its record to 5-1. Both boys and girls track teams had big days at the Depew Wildcat Invitational. On the boys' side, top finishers include Maximum Bleimeister and Stephen Barlett, each who brought home a second-place ribbon. The 4x100 relay team finished third. Our girls had another huge day, recording 5 first-place finishes and a number of top 5s. Abigail Burness won the high jump and pole vault. Annabelle Chikansky and Alexis Sinelli finished 1 and 2 in the 800, while Noelle Barlett and Chikansky finished 1 and 2 in the steeplechase. The 4x800 relay team brought home a blue ribbon, while Allie Schmitz took second in the 100-meter dash. The sprint medley relay team also captured a second-place finish. Varsity and JV girls lacrosse both scored dominant wins this week. At varsity against Niagara Wheatfield, Mia Bradley led the way with 3 goals and 4 assists and 7 points. Against Newport, Ella Fercucci led the way with 8 goals and 4 assists for 12 points. Boys lacrosse bounced back from a loss to Canandaigua Academy to score 2 wins last week, while JV split their 2 games. In tennis, our boys team had a solid 5-0 victory over the visiting Falcons from Frontier. Flag football had 2 great wins last week, including its 26-6 victory at home over Niagara Wheatfield. The game's spotlight player, Carrie McCarthy, followed up a nice interception with a touchdown reception 3 plays later. We'll be hearing more from Carrie in just a minute. Softball opened league play with big wins over Lancaster and Clarence.
Great job, Quakers. Up next, we have a 7 or so questions segment with flag football linebacker, receiver, punter, Carrie McCarthy. Let's learn a little bit more about Carrie.
If you would have one superhero power, what would it be?
Oh, it would definitely be Spider-Man's powers. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, so I would love to be able to do that.
After gym, what is your favorite subject in school?
I would have to say I'm taking a construction class right now, so that's probably my favorite.
What is the hardest thing about playing flag football?
I would just say breaking down and making sure you're mentally prepared, and just it's a lot different than regular football, obviously, because you got to make sure you're getting the flag. So I would say just breaking down and making sure you really get them.
If Someone wrote a biography about you. What would you like that title to be?
Dang, that's a hard one. I feel like I would want them to say I'm like maybe funny or something, or athletic. I feel like that'd be pretty nice for the title.
Oh yeah. What is your favorite position to play?
I love middle linebacker. I think it's super fun, and it's just like a nice way to create some plays on the defensive side of the ball.
If you were tasked with creating the worst flavor for a new toothpaste, what would you choose?
Worst flavor for a new toothpaste? I mean, I would have to go with like maybe some rotten eggs. I think I'm not a fan of, eggs when they smell, or no, you know what, I would go with like spoiled milk. Like when it gets real chunky, I would say like spoiled milk. If you had that flavor smell, like I feel like I would never brush my teeth again.
I've poured it in a bowl before. It doesn't taste good.
Yeah, no, it's
All
terrible.
right. And name two things that make you happy.
Two things that make me happy, I would say my little sisters, and then I would probably say I have a cat, so she makes me pretty happy.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for watching this week's Quaker Sports Recap. There are nearly 50 events scheduled this week. The weather is looking good and our teams are looking great. So come out and cheer them on. I know that I'll be there. I'll see you next week. Until then, go Quakers!